Today on KUJH News, more details surface on the Ohio State attacks, how one KU student is reacting to the recent shootings. A KU sorority and fraternity are teaming up to help those in need. Find out how you can join the movement. And discover what industry is breaking barriers for women and their career opportunities. KUJH News starts now.
From the University of Kansas, you're watching KUJH News.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Angelina Dom. The Ohio State University suffered an attack earlier this morning. 9 people have been hospitalized suffering from non-life-threatening injuries while 1 is in critical condition. Police neutralized the situation in less than a minute on arrival, shooting and killing the suspect on scene. At 8:52 our time this morning, the suspect drove a motor vehicle into a group of pedestrians. He then got out of the car and began attacking others with a butcher knife. The suspect is Abdul Razak Ali Artan, an 18-year-old Somali refugee who was a legal permanent resident. He lived in the Columbus area, and the car used in the attack was registered to a family member.
Immediately, I started texting all of my friends. I got tons of notifications of people checking in safe on Facebook. And it was pretty scary to think like, okay, I was literally just there. And then also being on campus and having to leave for class, it's kind of like a shock. It's really not that far from us. It could happen at any time. It could happen on any campus. And it's kind of just like a reality check of no place is like safe from things like this now.
The attack occurred near Watts Hall on campus, where earlier this morning a gas leak was reported, sending more students out onto the street while the Columbus Fire Department was inside. Authorities believe these incidents are not connected, but says it was fortunate authorities were already close to the site. Aside from that tragedy, there was one that happened a little more closer to home. A University of Kansas student died in a car accident on K-10 highway. Nick Hearn, an upperclassman at KU, lost control of his pickup when driving east on K-10 right off Cedar Creek Parkway. His truck entered the median sideways before rolling and landing in a ditch yesterday afternoon. Hearn and another passenger were transported to a local hospital where Hearn died. According to Hearn's Facebook, he was studying supply chain management and was a member of the KU NROTC program. Hearn's crash was only one of 4 that happened on K-10 yesterday. Kansas Highway Patrol reports that 4 accidents happened around the same location between 4 and 8 p.m. 2 of the other accidents were injury-related. All right, Shane, I was driving on the highways last night towards the KCI airport, and the weather was honestly insane. Can you preview what the rest of the week is going to look like?
I can feel for you on the weather there because I was driving that too. As you can see, we step outside right now. We have bright blue skies and just a little bit of wind. We have people appropriately dressed in shorts and t-shirts, and the wind's blowing. Right now, as we'll look outside at our temperatures, they're going to be about 58 degrees with sunny conditions and a west wind at about 15 miles an hour. And coming up later, there is a thunderstorm asthma attack in Australia. We'll have a look at the national weather and a return to average coming up.
Thank you, Shane. Last week, KU's very own Phi Gamma Delta and Kappa Alpha Theta worked with Stop Hunger Now to host a meal packaging event that provided thousands of meals for those who need it most. KUJH reporter Kennedy Schneiders has more.
Stop Hunger Now is an international humanitarian relief organization founded in the late 90s with the mission to end world hunger. The organization provides not only food, but also life-saving aid to the world's most vulnerable people.
Stop Hunger Now has over 500,000 student, civic, corporate, and faith-based organization groups. KU Kappa Alpha Theta and Phi Gamma Delta are among those 500,000. Recently, the two came together to host a meal packaging event, and the result, over 20,000 meals packaged.
The meals come in big bags of rice and soy and other things that go into add water meals. So Sunday, we packaged all of the rice and other food products that we'd raised money to buy, and all of those packages are going to get sent off through Stop Hunger Now, and we packaged 26,000 meals. So
groups like Theta and CG are the only way that we're able to get it done. To be entirely candid, we rely entirely on our partnerships with volunteers to get the job done. Groups like Theta and CG who decide that this is something that they want to undertake are truly the backbone of what we do, because we, out of our Kansas City office, we're planning to pack about 1.3 million meals just in this year alone, and all of those have been packed by volunteer groups like they did Fiji.
For more information on how you can join the movement, visit www.stophungernow.org or contact Joe Falter at jfalter@stophungernow.org. Reporting for KUJH News, I'm Kennedy Schneiders.
Giving Tuesday is a global event after Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday to promote giving back during the holiday season. Many charitable organizations on campus are participating in Giving Tuesday, including KU Endowment. KU's Audio Reader, a reading service for people with vision impairment, is utilizing Giving Tuesday for donations after suffering large budget cuts last year. It is also using tomorrow to inform the community about its purpose.
But we're really looking at it this year just from a visibility standpoint, letting people look behind the scenes at Audio Reader, doing some open house and in-house sort of things so that people can get a better idea of what we do and why we do it, which would then, kind of cultivate that donor relationship as opposed to, oh, here's some money.
Find out how you can get involved with Giving Tuesday by visiting www.givingtuesday.org and search for opportunities in your area. Still to come on KUJH News, Shane Martin is back in the studio to give you an update on weather and what the rest of this week will look like. And we head to Arrowhead Stadium to learn all about the Chiefs' experience. Stay with us.